Hello everyone, today I am sharing with you my next 2 pages for the Sew for the Soul book that is a ongoing project by Anne Brooks, textile artist on YouTube. I've done this is number 3 video, but each video will be 2 pages, so that's 1 and 2. That's 3 and 4, and the next one is 5 and 6. And this time around we had to use a color that you wouldn't normally use, and I don't know if you guessed it, but purple is the color I chose for this time around. I chose purple. I started working with purple, and then I realized I really didn't have very much purple at all. So I've had to improvise a little bit and add a couple of purple flowers that I had to try and bring that purple. I had a purple doily, so I've used that, and that's the middle part of it up there. And a little bit of purple ribbon which came from Luscious Laces. This is purple fabric, and I think that is almost the only purple fabric I've got. I do have a purple velvet from Gale, but it was just too heavy for this page. So this is purple lace that I had. I'll show you a piece of it. It's not that purple. It's this one here, and it was something Michelle Hodge sent me a while ago, but it's not very purple. So what I did, and that's in this corner here, what I did was I used a piece of that, and then behind it I had another purple bit of lace from Zeffie quite some time ago. It was like, see how it's purple down the bottom there? So what I did was I cut the purple mesh off and put it behind the purple lace there, just to make it look a little bit more purple than what it was. And then, like I said, I found a couple of purple flowers. I had a purple doily that was also from Michelle, so I've used that. And a couple of trims had a little bit of purple in it. And some buttons. I had a couple of purple buttons. So what I would like to do, though, is if I come across a little bit of purple fabric, I'd like to add a couple more purple Suffolk puffs to it, because also, along with using a colour that we didn't normally use, we were to add Suffolk puffs, and I've only put 1, 2, 3, 4. I've put 5 of them on. That's 1 there, 2 there, and 2 over here, in the colours that I've used in other pages, but I would like to sort of have a couple more on here as well. I just don't have the purple fabric. We also had to just continue using straight stitches, which is what I've done. There's lots of straight stitching on there, and also French knots. So there's lots of French knots on here. I have put it down here as well. Each of these little ones has a large French knot inside of it. Some French knots there, some French knots there. One in the center of the flower. This lace here is all covered in French knots also. I hope you can see that. And also this flower here, I just highlighted that with some pink French knots. French knots inside of all these little flowers as well, along here. And like I said, lots of straight stitching, some going that way, straight stitching holding that lace on there, a couple of little stitches in there. That one, I think she called it a stab stitch, really tiny, just out of sewing thread to hold that flower on there. And there we go. So that is this week's contribution to the book. It's a bit like a flower garden, isn't it? But kind of, now I'm looking through the camera at it, I don't like how these 2 buttons just like there. So I'm thinking maybe if I get some purple fabric, I'll take that button off and put a Suffolk puff there, a small one, and maybe have one going down here as well. I've got to find the fabric first though, so till that happens, that's my page, and I think I will, yeah, I'm going to take that off now before I forget, because it is annoying me a little bit that there's two buttons directly across from each other. Yes, that's better. Let's just get rid of that thread there. On that side, I'll do that in a moment. And I'll put something softer there, just so it's not like two, like that, two buttons there. Maybe that, because that's purple, maybe I'll find another spot for it, maybe. I don't know. No, that does the same thing, doesn't it? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe in front of a suffolk, another suffolk puff down there, and it can go on top over there. But I just don't like them opposite like that. So there we go. I could put a little doily in the center, because I did continue putting doilies on this page rather than too much lace, and that's mainly because I've used doilies on the other pages as well. See, and I kind of want to continue that theme along as well. And I do need to add some more pages to the back of my book, because I've only got one more left now. So that's it for this week. So if you're interested in joining in, I'll put a link to Anne's channel, or to her. I'll put a link to the first video introducing this particular project, which will be easier for you to find it, in the description box below. And I hope you're all keeping well. And I have not been working on much else, to be honest, because we had some work done in the house last week, and then my husband painted all the doors. Yeah, it's kind of been working on the house a little bit. So I haven't done an awful lot. Plus I've been over to my mum's and things like that as well. So yeah, hopefully this week. My son's back at home now. They're on school break for 2 weeks. So I'll hopefully have a little bit more time at home. And I will make something else. I don't know what though. I'm sure I'll find something. Okay, take care everybody. Bye.